So this time we're actually working with the police. This is a personal case. Help me with the Matayoshi case without being noticed. Discretion is required. Let's see. Uh-oh. So Matayoshi is a friend of ours, and basically, if this case falls through, he takes the hit. That's bad for us because he's our. What do you mean by covertly? Yeah, it's a matter of price, or he won't accept it. So we have to do it discreetly. The issue is he might not have the skill set for this. And he's our only link to the Force, so that would be very bad. So, helping him, we go. Matagi means bear hunter. I gotta take a second real quick. Sorry, I've been kind of going on, just full on talking for 2 hours. Which, I'll be honest, this is probably the most active, conversation-wise I've been in a stream without. Well, I hate to say it, I don't have an active audience. I stream the games, I have fun. But yeah, no, this is a weird thing. They reference a case that she's saying even her generation's too young to know about it. So I don't really know what they were going for with this. I mean, maybe they were going for like, oh, it's this weird, obscure case. Oh yeah, by the way, even if you meet the requirements, like, yeah, we could do wall crack level 2, but that guy there will not let you through till you progress further in the story. This is done sort of to level lock you. Because, like, as you go higher up on the floors, Digimon are going to get much stronger. Let's see, what is my cam with you? 64. Gabumon's data, so what I'm going to do is organize... Man, this is the weird thing with Gabumon. I always thought Gabumon had a water association, mostly due to Garurumon and Metal Garurumon. Hell, Metal Garurumon has a move literally called Ice Wolf Fang. So I always assumed it was a water aspect, but no, fire. Yeah, this guy is ballsy. He just shouted he's going to hack the police. Which, yeah, you don't declare you're going to crime before you crime. It makes you a target. But yeah, okay, Guilmon. Yeah, oh god, there's a lot of like weird little things to talk about, especially with the Digimon franchise, just because it is long running. There has been weird stuff. I mean, Tristan has a whole rant on my channel about Davis's ramen cart at the end of O2, and I agree with him. It makes no sense. I just don't get as passionate. But, more here. Nah, I'm good. But, like, there's the things I've mentioned earlier. Marcus just punches Digimon. Then you have, oh god, I'm trying to think here of all the weird stuff. You have the fact that, and I'm kind of sad that this doesn't come up in this game, but in training Digimon, at least in the anime, are bottomless pits. If it's in training, it will eat you out of house and home. Not because it's like malicious thing, they're just hungry. Granted, this is not a thing, it's just in training. Some rookies have this going on. Like, for example, Guilmon has an obsession with bread. Wow, thank you. You were so informative. But, Agumon, and that's the thing, that I'll be honest, that's a thing I have with the problem of writing a try. That Agumon just became one giant food joke that he's always hungry. Let's see, switching back over to performance mode really quick. Because I don't really need to have my OBS outside of performance mode anymore, because I got everything kind of set up in a way I like it. And this is the weird thing. This is not a hardware-intensive game, so I don't know what the issue is with my stream for this. It very well could just be, I'll be honest, I don't know how good of a port this is. Because this was a PlayStation 4/PSP game. And, well, it sat on those platforms for a while. To be honest, if I remember correctly, I think the only reason this got a mass release was because Digimon Apocalypse got delayed. Digimon Apocalypse, if I remember correctly, is going to be a turn-based strategy game, much like Fire Emblem for Digimon. Which I don't think we've ever had that for this franchise. I'm actually excited. I want to see what it turns into. How about you? Do you know anything about the mysterious face? Wow. You are so everyone is so helpful in this area. So, I guess while we're still walking here, I want to bring some attention to the detail of Kowloon here. You see, especially in the park when you first enter here, I believe they referred to it as, oh, yep, this is the one we needed. Okay. We gotta get to Shinjuku now. Oh! Hello, Matsuyoshi. Huh? No reason. Yeah, if you look in this area, you can see, like, a lot of sort of broken down stuff, like infrastructure. And then when you walk into the park, you have a gate that looks like it's a welcome sign for, like, welcoming people for their first time to Eden. There's more to this, and this is the thing that I kind of want to talk about. This is a form of world building, and that's the thing. World building is weird to talk about because there's multiple ways you can do it. Some do it through music, others do it through just blocks of text. Video games offer an interesting way to do world building. Actually, do I need to actually just in case, I'm gonna actually go back and unlock that guy's that I talked to him about that so I can get all these locks going. But games and even movies offer an interesting way to do world building that's showing it. Like, you can look around this area of Kowloon here and kind of get an idea of what happened. This was basically base layer for Eden. You can figure it out just by looking at everything. You can't figure out what happened, but we can kind of assume. It was old code that was just tossed away as they moved up and built the new Eden. And, well, this place was just left to rot, so the hackers moved in and, well, here they are. Ugh. And, well, it's kind of a thing that I guess kind of happened on the net. We just sort of tossed out old stuff and just moved on. Granted, it wasn't nearly as, like, pronounced as it is in, say, this. Like, this is, like, kind of, like, way on the head. Like, way on the nail. But, granted, that's not new for Digimon, like I've been saying this whole stream. And I know I'm kind of, like, hammering this a lot. But Digimon very much reflects technology. Wasn't there one down? No, there's one down here. And I'm trying to figure out how to say this in a different way. Plenty who don't like cops, but none who would flat out hate. But, and usually with Digimon, the interesting is, like, most of the problems why Digimon start appearing in our world and why everything starts getting out of control is usually in direct relation to advancements in technology. For example, using, and it all depends on the series. For example, in Adventure, they were called to the digital world because of the fact there was a threat to both of them, which was Apocalypse. O2, that's just a continuation of the plot of O1, to be honest. But then if we go, for example, into the plot line of Tamers. Tamers had nothing really to do with evolution of technology. The problem is that Tamers originated because of a misunderstanding and a rogue program. Like, to be honest, the digital world in Tamers has this huge emphasis on survival of the fittest. Like, how to say this? Tamers' digital world is very much... Well, it also speaks volumes that the writer of Tamers was a writer for Evangelion. So there is a lot to unpack there. And to be honest, that is a stream in itself. And it's just like, in all honesty, it's just something I don't have enough background knowledge in his writing to explain. But it's very much, oh god, how to explain that? You know, it's very much just more of a war than anything. So here, let's turn you back into Palmon. So you can't turn you into champion. I don't even have enough room to turn anyone into champions. Let's see, what can I do? Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is move Biomon, do my original plan, move Biomon into Farm Island 1, Digivolve, what can you Digivolve into? If I'm correct. Hey, I got it, first try, that's Bergermon. So let's see, that's gonna be all ultimates, that's not gonna be for a while. You are going to turn into Growlmon. So you need level 26. Yeah, your cap is more than high enough. You know, I would like to say though, this is actually something I would like to bring up. I wonder what. That's the thing. I see a Sean in my chat. I see him lurking. Because I'm looking like, is there a user here? I pull up, I just see moderators. I'm like, he's here. Time to call him out. But yeah. I will still say, like, Digimon probably has some of my favorite moments in anime. Like, I cannot. I'm trying to say. Think here. I could gush about how much I love the scene in Tamers where Guilmon turns into Megidramon. That whole scene, just if I was to break that down, there's just so much emotion packed in there. And like, I'll be honest, Tamers, if you've never seen season 3 of Digimon, which is Tamers, I mentioned it before. Like me and Trista talked about it yesterday. It gets dark as hell, which again, testament to the fact that's an Evangelion writer. But oh, how to explain this? But there's just so much going on, especially towards the end of Tamers, because that's when you get to, like, the Cthulhu-esque creature that is the D Reaper, which also boils into a conversation about. Oh god, how's this? Okay. But there's a thing going. He based the D Reaper's a whole weird conversation that, in all honesty, can kind of go into a conversation about PTSD, the Reaper computer, well, Reaper virus destroyer, and all this other crazy stuff. Oh, how is it? Even to the point where basically it has a point where it literally goes insane from a girl's PTSD. It is a whole mess. No. I'm just a girl. What? So, okay, based on this scene, we can assume when you enter Eden, you're actually going into it. Yeah, no, this is something I will admit. This is something I'm not really clear on. What? What? It. Yeah, it's not entirely clear though. Actually, from what I could tell, I think I kind of figured it out on my on this run. Reading on the dialogue, you can act when you access Eden. You are going into it like through the Digivice. Kind of, they act like kind of like the D3s where they open a gate to the world. So you are actually going into Eden. You're actually going in there, but then comes the issue of, like, for example, you get ejected, you go into the coma. That's what is Eden syndrome. The thing is, when we got ejected, we got split from our body. Our consciousness is now separate. But then, for example, the connect jump that we do lets us access Eden or database from any device. Because, like, we can only access... I mean, no one can just dive into a digital space. That's something we do. Though, I could be wrong. That's just how I'm interpreting things. Okay, this is going to hurt it, because this is going to do 3 times damage. Yeah, bye. Okay, Gabumon can go champion now. This is the issue I'm going to have now, because we're now going to have a bunch of champions, and I know I don't have enough level. So this guy... This isn't our target. This guy's not the mysterious face. He's just kind of pushed over the edge by Vegemon. Because, like I said, Digimon amplify your emotions while you amplify the Digimons. That's why Digimon who come into our world in Data Squad all go insane, with the exception of Agumon, Galmon, and Lilymon. Not Lilymon, Lalamon. What? 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 So yeah, okay, this is, if I might give a comparison real quick, this is basically what happened in, there's a Door Monster sketch where a guy is robbing a store in Queens because he's trying to get Spider-Man to show up because he's a fan of Spider-Man. He's not really stealing anything, he just wants Spider-Man to appear. That's basically what just happened. Okay, yeah. Can we talk about the guy who we fought who had a freaking Vegemon possessing him? So yeah, we now have no more cases. Let's see. You're talking about how cold it is too. A couple people have actually been mentioned. There was that girl outside who was talking about the fact that Broadway, I'm not gonna know Broadway's. That's odd. Think we have an issue. No, Gabumon still can't turn into him. He needs a 25 cam rate. He's at 9. What's Agumon? Wow, Agumon's at 29 already. Palmon needs that. Palmon's really almost there. Holy hell. Guilmon. Oh, Groundmon's also doing pretty good. I'm gonna turn you into a Vegemon. Because I'll be honest, like, a lot of the ones, like, for example, a lot of the Digimon we got in here are kind of gonna go all over the place, because I don't really have a set area that I want them to turn into. Okay, yeah, there's a Lekmon. That's something I do want. Pokemon can't. Oh no, this one can't turn into. I've already. Wait, I thought I already had one turn into. No, that was a Motimon. I turned it to Tentamon. I believe it's a 15 minimum for any of them to turn into champion. Now let's turn you into Sayakomon. Sayakomon. I don't think there's anything in that line that I'm really vested in. I could actually do that one. Let's see. Just make sure I don't have any stuff to use. These will not. Okay, I might use the friendship, but at least until late game when I start degenerating and re-digivolving Digimon, the Brave Point won't be used. So yeah. Also, by the way, I'll mention usually the one in the upper left, if I remember correctly, this one will 9 out of 10 times be the next main story quest. Nobody can find anything wrong with the AC. It's just blowing cold air. So we're going in. And it's targeting us. If I remember correctly, the way you're supposed to figure this out, I think you have to just talk to everyone in the Broadway. Because it doesn't explicitly tell you where to go. So I'm going to use my otherworldly knowledge. Oh, first things first, I'm going to sell the medals. To be honest, I don't really come to this guy to sell medals that often because you don't really get much. But yeah, where you're supposed to go is here. Oh. Oh, is this an actual thing? Like, I don't know. This seems like guy making up urban legends. No, I'm actually checking. Fucking phone! Let's see. I don't know if the underground beer thing is true, but I don't know. Name is Fuyumi Yuki. She was a breakout idol from a few decades back. Okay. It's coming from the 4th floor. It's the right wall inside K Cafe. Yeah, basically. Oh. They've already started an urban legend. Yeah. Okay, so the Snow Woman. Yeah, just. Let's go figure out what's going on here. Yeah, no, she does bring up a good point. If this place comes associated with a ghost story, that's really going to hurt their credibility. Oh, there she is again. Yeah, I'm not as affected because we're not real, kind of. We're still made of data. So let's see what we got. We got a level 1 firewall, which, yeah. Oh, yeah, these things. Wow, they're freaking. These things are into Yokomon. They're Punimons. So, Punimon can turn into a lot of things. That's the thing. Baby Digimon turn into a lot of different Digimon, and it starts, as I said, it starts to slow down when you get to higher ranks. I think it kind of shows. Digimon kind of had a thing, at least going by last evolution, where it talks about possibilities. And that's kind of interestingly shown with the baby Digimon, because they have lots of possibilities of where they can go before they reach Ultimate. But the further along the line they go, less and less become available. Also, there is another... No, I could have sworn I have to open the locked door to move on. Also, they're just pushing Growlmon. Wow. I did that by complete accident. So it wasn't Fuyumi or Fuyuki. I'm just gonna call her Yuki. It was a Wainamon. And a Frigimon. Frigimon's an interesting character. So it's a vaccine type shit. Grant, my entire... It's also... So this is going to be a rough battle for me. Because of the fact I have a fire team. And Frigimon's a vaccine water type. So kind of in a bad spot. But sheer power and determination wins again. Also having a giant dinosaur. Hello. Oh, you don't know? You've been sleeping in the wall. We now have a cat Digimon with amnesia. Still probably not the weirdest thing we've seen today. So, you've been living in the walls. Okay, I actually gotta take a second to explain this, because they just referenced something that was not a typo. That did say intranet. For those who are uninitiated, an intranet and the internet are two completely different things. The internet is, of course, the World Wide Web. It can be accessed from computers, blah, blah, blah. The intranet is an internal system. So, for example, the best way to describe it is the internet is the network created by every computer in the world, but an intranet would be a system created by a bunch of localized computers. So, for example, as we brought up earlier, military bases usually have their stuff off the grid, meaning they're not connected to the internet, but they instead have an intranet, where all the computers on the base can connect to each other, but they cannot connect to the outside world. Most companies do intranets because it's a security reason, makes it harder to hack. Because if you don't have any, basically it's the equivalent of trying to break into a box if it's with no door. Well, it's basically the equivalent of trying to break into a house with no doors or windows. You're going to need a hammer, but in code you can't really do that because you need a line to connect to it. Wow. Wait. What? You remember all this random shit, you don't even know your name? You're also a time capsule. So okay, to explain, they're gonna explain time capsules. Time capsules are just basically things we bury with stuff to just sort of represent an age. And that's pretty much what this Wanyamon is. It just makes you, it doesn't make you less empathetic, it just makes you interesting. There's no place quite like Nakano. That gave us a farm expansion plugin. The farm expansion plugin lets us basically it expands the farm. So instead, currently the farm can only house up to a certain amount of Digimon, and it also can only have one farm item. With this upgrade, you can expand that. And Nokia ni. Are you okay? You don't seem as peppy as normal. This is a blank 2B moment.
つまるところ私こんな大事にする気はそれでどのような依頼はい実は
Not poor Nana just looks so like mortified. Like, why did I do this?
覚えてるでしょ
She wants us to help her find Agumon and Gabumon. I have them on my team. Wait, no, different ones.
私一人で空論行ってだからお願い手伝ってデジモンにご就寝とはさて彼女のご指名は本当
Yeah, we'll do this.
うちの評判にも影響じゃあまずはこの前私もいろいろ準備とかあるからそれじゃまた後で
Yeah, basically she's so yeah, we're gonna start this investigation back where we first started.
尋ねデジモンかよろしいでは早速私がいつもより楽しそうだが事実を告げるならば愛着を抱くことに関して人はとことん実に面白い
This is gonna be a very interesting case.